Good morning, everybody. It's me, TSLA here. Alright, welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. Today, we're going to watch a video by Meet Spin Kevin, where he reveals his $42 million portfolio at age 29. Now, your first impression is going to be, this man is successful. And I'll grant it to him, he is a successful man. But the issue is, his wealth and success has come from a total lie and grift that is going to screw people out of their life savings, most likely, in my humble opinion. Now, there's nothing wrong with being wealthy. I want to be wealthy one day. I want to be financially independent. And I hope to have a $42 million portfolio one day. But I'm not going to do it by selling a bunch of grift trading courses that teach people how to trade in and out of stocks and pay short-term capital gains, which severely reduces their after-tax returns. And I'm not going to make a grifty little YouTube channel where I pump the latest fads without even regarding the fundamentals. Now, that is exactly what Meet Spin Kevin does. Let's watch this long freaking video. I may skip around because, oh my god, how long is this video? How long does Meat Dick talk for? 30 minutes, god. Let's watch part of this video, and I'm going to react to his portfolio. So, okay, let's see what he says at the very beginning, then we'll jump around.
Meet Kevin here. So,
anyway, Meet Kevin here.
That I consider...
Just keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, most of that $42 million, it didn't come from amazing stock picks. Well, he did pick Tesla, which is in a massive freaking bubble right now. So don't think, oh my god, that Tesla gain, it's so sustainable. It's not. The vast majority of that money came from him selling his courses, taking the money, and then throwing it, YOLOing it into a massive raging bull market. That $42 million is not from him being a freaking genius. He didn't start with like $100 and then turn it into $42 million with good investment picks. No, he used his course money. Keep that in mind because there's a massive difference. Now, I'm not saying he's not wealthy, but if you want to learn how to trade in and out of stocks, you can't be sucked in by that massive number right there because he didn't build that from trading or whatever. He built that from his courses. And it's actually funny. He talks about PTON here. I wonder why he's talking about PTON. I think he's butthurt about it. A video somebody made.
myself the stock doc, and I love talking.
The stock doc? Yeah, your freaking fans are going to be down at the docks taking a sailor's cock based on your freaking financial advice. Woo! Stock doc.
About investing almost every single day. There's rarely a day that I don't think about investing, whether that's investing in real estate, investing in stocks, investing in crypto, or it's investing in new companies, like new...
He doesn't invest. He's a trader, okay? Number one, you don't invest in crypto. Crypto is fundamentally worthless. It has no value. If you buy cryptocurrency, you're just speculating that some other clown's going to come in and buy it from you at a higher price. That's not investing. Trading in and out of stocks after 3, 4, 5 months is also not investing. That's trading and speculation because you're buying that stock in the hopes that temporary market fluctuations push that stock price up so you can make a quick exit. Investing is buying and holding good companies for the long run. He doesn't freaking do that, okay?
Partnerships or new ideas and new ventures, funds, you name it. There's so much fun stuff that can be done. It's also why, by the way, we're hiring a bunch of programmers. So if you are a programmer and you're looking for a job, hit me up. Send an email over to staff@meetkevin.com with your resume. Got it?
Oh my god, I'm gonna send my resume. Can I have a job, bro? You need an accountant? Maybe somebody to teach you about taxes? I'd be more than happy to do that, Meet Spin.
Include your resume, looking for a full stack, but a whole variety of different programmers, so send on over your example. 4550 Apple stock are over here, right? Enphase is a little bit. EXPI 3264. You've got some Pinterest in here. You've got some Palantir in here. The empty boxes are just places where I don't have any. Tesla, you've got 11,700 shares over here. And so you could see this for all of the different pies. Or brokerages. M1 Finance, you could see various different investments here. Some are much smaller quantities, like I do have, for example, EVgo. It's a smaller amount, though, because it's part of one of my my pies that I have in there. Yeah, so less individual choosing in M1 Finance and more sort of diversified and balanced investing. Also, of course, have public.
I have 10 stocks. It's diversified.
like TD Ameritrade. I didn't list all, actually, I didn't even list my TD Ameritrade accounts. I have a few retirement accounts at TD Ameritrade. It'd probably add about $200,000 or $300,000. I guess I haven't gotten to the point yet where I've listed them in here. Doesn't really matter so much. It's not going to change things that much. So then we've got a crypto.
I like how he like barely, oh, the retirement accounts. I mean, my fans really don't have enough to be putting all this money in these different random brokerages that don't have, you know, IRAs. But, oh, retirement accounts, let's just not worry about that. It doesn't matter. You should be emphasizing retirement accounts, you freaking loser. The vast majority of your fans should be maxing their tax advantage accounts. I say that every freaking video. Most people cannot afford to speculate on a bunch of random stocks, mostly tech stocks, bubblicious stocks, in a bunch of random different brokerages. First, you max your tax advantage accounts, and then if you got money left over, okay, maybe you can take a little bit of money and speculate on crypto or whatever you want. But, I mean, just looking at this portfolio, it's hard to really judge it immediately. It seems like it's just a random smattering of things. A lot of it seems like it's highly speculative, unprofitable investing. I mean, he has some stalwarts in there, like he's got, I think I saw Google or whatever. But the vast majority of these companies, like Neo, highly unprofitable, highly speculative. Palantir, losing money like freaking crazy. Lucid, I mean, are they even producing anything? Like maybe they produce like 10 cars. Lemonade, an overpriced rip-off insurance company. Matt, I don't even know what that is. Matter, is that Matterport or Port or whatever that is? Neo, Nike, Nvidia. Yeah, so it's mostly a bunch of speculative stocks, at least looking at this, that are not profitable. Or he's in a bunch of tech stocks that have greatly benefited from easy money. And, I mean, just frankly, the United States stock market has been crazy. What I don't see is any international. And, okay, Voyager, Upwork, Voyager, Crypto, Z, Tesla, of course. Yeah, I think Tesla is probably the vast majority of his portfolio. I wonder what that is. What is Tesla's stock price right now? Let's see what percent of his portfolio Tesla is, assuming that's his only Tesla place where he has Tesla stock. So it's 11,769 times, what is Tesla stock? 1150 right now? We'll just call it that. So $13.5 million of his portfolio is Tesla. So we divide that by 42 million. Okay, so about 32% of his portfolio was Tesla. Still highly concentrated, but I think before he had like 40 or 50% in Tesla, so at least you're diversifying a little bit, Meatspin. Now, let's see the weights. Oh, he actually breaks it down for us.
And then multiplies them by the last closing price, and we get a weight of about 2.91% of my portfolio, worth about $918,000. I also included then a separate tab here for with options. These are a little more complicated to add up, but here's an example. If I go here to a firm, actually I don't have any options at firm. Let's go to AMC. So with AMC, I've got about $81,000 of value, but I also have $12,000 in options, so it adds up to about 90.
Does he have his gains or losses? Because all he has right now is the number of shares and the market price and the weighting in his portfolio. But does it show the gains and losses? I mean, he's probably not going to show that. Maybe he does, but I don't see any gains or losses in here because, well, obviously he only has gains, right? He's Meatspin Kevin.
$3,000. So I think the best thing to do is just go over here to the total percentage of my portfolio with options and compare these, and then I'll show you some screenshots just so you know I'm not.
Let me go back. Hold on.
Let's go.
Is that his cost basis? Hold on.
To AMC. So with AMC, I've got about $81,000 of value, but I also have $12,000 in options, so it adds up to about $93,000. So I think the best thing to do is just go over here to the total percentage of my...
Okay, I think he's not showing his gains or losses. I can't tell if that's his cost basis or if that's the current trading price of the stock. But he's not going to show you his gains or losses because he wants you to think he's a genius, okay? So he's showing you Hippo, stupid stock, Lemonade, rip-off insurance, Matterport, General Motors, okay, maybe not bad. But, you know, overall, it just seems like a random smattering of unprofitable companies and a bunch of tech stocks. No international diversification. No really consistent strategy. I mean, I see that he's keeping most stocks between, you know, less than 5% of his portfolio, which is fine. But when it comes to Tesla, what if he talks about Tesla? He needs a frickin' sell out of it. But, you know, he's not going to listen to me. Let's see. Where's Tesla, Meatspin? Anyway, here he talks about Peloton. So I made a video about Peloton crapping on him. he dedicates a whole segment of his video, Mr. 1.7 million subscribers, talking about Peloton because he's addressing me. What a loser. Let's see what he has to say.
These are some of the principles that I talk. I mean, I have endless principles that I talk about. This is just an example of one of the principles that I talk about, along with hundreds, if not thousands, of other ideas in the Stocks and Psychology of Money course, which continues to grow. Use that coupon code down below, StockDoc. All right. So, and price.
What a loser.
Does go up over time. Remember that. All right, so Peloton, I don't have any. Now, there's been some like drama about like, Kevin, you made a video hyping Peloton and then you sold. What's up with that? It is true. So I bought Peloton back, I want to say it was in March. And
who created this drama, Meat Spin?
Then in May. Especially after the Peloton death came out with that treadmill, I actually bought more Peloton because Peloton fell to $79 and I thought it was a really good deal. I liked the company. The fundamentals were still strong at that point. But as with all things with investing, things change. Things shift. And so I saw...
How? Okay, look. Before we get into his explanation of why he sold Peloton, we were all locked down. Peloton was one of the beneficiaries of those lockdowns. The lockdowns weren't going to last forever, Meat Spin Kevin. But did you even consider that in your analysis? No, you freaking didn't, because you're a moron, okay? You're supposed to be the stock genius. But if you really did your due diligence, wouldn't you have realized that the lockdowns are going to end? And then at that point, Peloton would probably lose a lot of sales, perhaps? Maybe lose a lot of customers because people can now go back outside or go to the gym again. Did you consider that possibility? And he always says he's a long-term investor. And he said he bought it in, what, March or May, I think 2021? And now it's, what, November? And he sold it? I mean, come on, dude. That's not a long-term investment. He's a freaking speculating degenerate. And if he sold this at a gain, which he claims he did, he paid up to 54% tax on that gain. 54%. So he barely made any money. My last criticism. How many of your fans, Meat Spin, didn't hear you when you said you sold it? That's the problem with all you freaking moronic YouTubers that, oh, buy this stock, buy that stock, buy this stock. I mean, he's probably hyped all these different stocks in his videos. It is impossible to track when to buy or sell these stocks. It is completely impossible because you miss one video, you miss a video where he says to sell, you're screwed. That's what happened with Peloton. I bet you thousands of his fans probably bought into it because, oh, buy the dip, it's future, bro. Oh, I did my stock psychology of money. And then he goes and sells it. Probably he tells people in a stupid little private Discord. But there's thousands of people that are not in that Discord, and they probably missed that message. And they're probably having massive losses right now. But he's still a genius because he does his due diligence, but then he sells it 5 months later, even though he's a long-term investor. And he's so smart. That's how he built his $42 million portfolio, even though he seems to be paying a ton of freaking taxes, which happens when you trade in and out of stocks, when instead you could just buy and hold and have way more money. But whatever. Meat Spin Kevin.
The writing on the wall with Peloton that there were changes happening. First of all, search trends were declining. Website traffic, which I use certain companies to help me track website traffic, started declining sharply. At the same time as search trends were declining and website traffic was declining, we all of a sudden realized that delivery timeframes were falling, which is potentially a sign of either manufacturing catching up or less demand. And since we're in the middle of a supply crisis, I don't think it's manufacturing catching up, but maybe. But on top of that, Peloton came out and dropped the price. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, these are like literally all the red flags I need to GTFO. And I did. And I've talked about this many times on the channel, mostly in live streams. Obviously, I sent alerts out to course members in Stocks and Psychology Money Group.
See, he plugs his group. If you pay him, he's going to tell you his stupid little trades, which are highly tax inefficient, and they're all complete gambles. But if you don't pay him $800 and you listen to his videos, which thousands and thousands of people do, guess what? You're going to get screwed. So you got to buy his course, bro. He's so disgusting, okay? He is a total freaking loser and a grifter, and he's screwing people. And just wait until there's eventually a bear market. What's going to happen to his fans? Oh, I told them to sell all their stocks in the Psychology of Money group. But, you know, the thousands of people that are not in the group, they don't get the message at all, and they get freaking annihilated because they're in highly speculative, unprofitable stocks that you can afford to YOLO into because you sell all these grift courses and you make ad revenue on YouTube, which most people can't afford to do that. Okay, Meat Spin?
But I also talk about this in live streams. I've been asked probably 24 times before this last Peloton earnings, hey, do you still own Peloton? And I'm transparent. It's not like I hide it. I'm like, no, I sold my Peloton. I've probably said 20 or 30 times I've sold my Peloton. So here's just an example where I had a bunch of call options.
I think he's terrified that, you know, people like me are calling him out. Because at the end of the day, I think deep down he knows he's full of crap. He knows he's a total freaking sellout grifter that is going to screw people over. But he's got to keep the game going as long as he can because he can keep generating that ad revenue and the course sales. And he feels threatened by a small YouTuber like me calling out his BS. And he actually dedicates a portion of his portfolio video to talking about it. I think it's freaking hilarious. Just wait, Kevin. Man, if I get big enough, I'm going to rip you to shreds. I'm going to tear you apart, boy. Just give me time. Just give me time. Just a matter of time.
On Peloton, and you could see these sold here. $113, sold some options here, $100, $200 options. These are actually all profitable at the time, which was pretty crazy. High volatility. But it
plus 54% taxes.
Anyway, so that worked out. Obviously, you know, I always want to be transparent, but I can't make a video on absolutely every like fart I make with the stock market because they're
Exactly, that's the problem, Kevin. You just shard out dozens of stocks, and of course you can't make a video about every stock. Nobody can track what's going on. That's the problem with your style of YouTubing, okay? Every hype stock you shard out, and then you stop talking about it, and then tons of people, the vast majority of your fans probably, are left holding the bag. Do you understand, Kevin? Do you get it? Freaking troll doll.
So many of those. That is why there's a Stocks and Psychology Money group. But anyway.
Can you just not see how gross he is? It's just so gross. Yeah, if you just buy my course. Okay, so let's see. Where's Tesla? Where's La Tesla? 43. Oh, I guess he had more shares somewhere else. 43% of his portfolio. Dude, sell it, you freaking moron. Like, he's trapped in a bubble. Like, he thinks he's such a genius because he bought Tesla stock. Because the stock was going up. I've noticed this every YouTuber. The stock went up a lot, and then everybody started hyping the stock, and then their stupidity was reinforced because the stock just kept going up. It just kept going up. Hype, 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 hype. And now it's ballooned into this massive bubble where it's a $1.2 trillion company, which is freaking madness, okay? What are you gonna buy? Oh, I'm not Meat Spin Kevin. But here's got Tesla at 43% of his portfolio. I mean, he's going to have to pay lots of taxes when he sells it, but he's still probably going to make more money if he sells it now. But he's not going to listen to me because he's been Kevin. Okay, so he's got crypto proof. He's got the proof. Let's see the proof.
Mortgage. So I didn't include that here because we're going to go to the real estate part in just a moment. But there's a...
Introducing the all-new Vault from Nordic Track. It's what's inside that inspires.
a mortgage in that, so that's JP Morgan. So but I'm always trading, but it's close enough, whatever. Anyway, so it's got about 6.2 in actual stocks, and a little bit of cryptos actually in here. And I'm pretty sure I bought 1 Bitcoin in here. What did I put in my spreadsheet? And I bought 1 Bitcoin because nothing, yeah, I have 1 Bitcoin on my Webull on the spreadsheet. Okay, so...
Okay, I just don't see anything special about this portfolio. Like, it's just kind of like, oh, it's the future, it's tech, it's revenue growth. Like, there's no in-depth analysis of any of these stocks. I don't think he understands why stocks go up. I really don't think he understands. I think he's good at real estate. That's his strength, okay? He should have stayed at real estate, but he was able to grift off a massive bull market by talking about stocks. Maybe I should start doing that, just pumping them every hype stock, and then I'll just have a huge YouTube channel, and then I'll be doing tax inefficient trades and dyeing my hair pink and just being ridiculous and screwing people. Anyway, so overall, my thoughts on his portfolio, it's still highly concentrated in freaking Tesla. He's a freaking moron, okay? 43% of your portfolio in one stock. I'll say it over and over again. Tesla's in a massive bubble. Mark my freaking words. It's just a matter of time. And if you have a massive gain like that, take your profits because the stock has been acting irrationally over the last couple of months, especially with the Hertz deal. No, it's not irrational. It's freaking irrational. But, you know, you do what you want. So that's my thoughts. Still a freaking moron. A grifter. You saw how many times he plugged his course. If you buy my course, or my psychology or Discord or whatever, then you can get all my hot trades. And you would have made money on Peloton, but, you know, if you don't buy it, well, then you're just screwed. Oh, well. Not my problem. Don't sue me, bro. Hashtag. Anyway. Freaking troll doll. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. Y'all have a wonderful day. Choo!